What's up, y'all? My name is Prince and I'm an urban acolyte. This is my channel, Golden Bell Training, where I talk about martial arts philosophy, martial arts strength and conditioning, and how to succeed as a martial artist on a whole food, plant-based diet. Why? It's because I want to help you become the baddest mofo in your dojo. So this month of August, I'm participating in video every day in August. And I'm kind of talking about the Tao Te Ching and the Tai Chi classics and training stuff. So I've been reading this. I started reading this book that I've actually owned for like 10 years now and haven't gotten far with it. But I say, you know what? I think I'm going to try to knock this book out. It's called The Tao, the Living Wisdom series. I've held it up in a couple of videos. I'm looking at it on my Kindle. I had to get the Kindle version finally because me and books like just don't work anymore. I need an e-reader so I can like highlight and take notes and everything else. So this book is interesting because it doesn't look at Lao Tzu. It's funny, I'm like talking about Taoism on everything. I mentioned in the Star Wars video that I just that I'm in the process of uploading right now to my Star Wars channel, that the Tao Te Ching is considered the Taoist Bible, but Lao Tzu didn't really write that. Allegedly, the person that we attribute it to didn't write it for other Taoists. It was written for rulers, the ruling class. It's like this is how you would rule, how you ought to rule and live according to the Tao. Right? These are lessons, my final teachings or something before I go off and become a hermit and pursue enlightenment and immortality. But Chuang-Tzu is a Taoist, a poet who did write a lot of stuff, like I guess you consider Taoist teachings. And I've never sat down and really read Chuang-Tzu. So this guy, I can't remember his name. Well, scratch what I just said, because through the power of editing, I was able to grab the book. So his name is Mark Forstater, and this is the physical book that my bookmark has been sitting here for like almost 10 years. I probably passed that point. On my Kindle, or I probably will if I read tonight before I go to bed. But he is writing. He's a fan of Chuang-Tzu. And he's writing this book based on Chuang-Tzu's writing, so it'll be something new for me, something that I can start to add to everything else that I do and slowly start to incorporate. So one of the excerpts from Chuang-Tzu, he says, is that Chuang-Tzu said to his followers, "The world thinks the most valuable exhibition of Tao is found in its classic books, but books are only a collection of words. Words are valuable. What is valuable in them is the ideas they convey, but those ideas are a sequence of something else, and that something else can't be conveyed by words. When the world, because of the value it attaches to words, commits those words to books, the thing it so values them for may not be deserved to be valued, because what the world values isn't what is really valuable." And it's kind of playing up on this thing, this thing that Lao Tzu said, like, though the person who speaks does not know, right? And it's like, he said the person who speaks does not know, but then he wrote down all of these words in this book and left them behind. So what does that mean? Does that mean that the old master doesn't know because he wrote something behind and left it behind? And what I'm thinking about is that a lot of times we attach some value to these words that are in books, and we make the book what's important, but what the message that the book is trying to convey, we forget all about that. We forget the message, and we value the messenger over the message, or it's like Alan Watts. Like I said this in another video a few days ago, right? I said where or even the finger pointing to the moon, you focus on the finger and you miss all that heavenly glory, right? That Bruce Lee said, which was the Buddha's words, actually. Or Alan Watts' analogy about the raft, right? He talks about this. This is criticism of the church and preachers in Christianity, but you could put that in any other religion too, not just Christianity. But specifically, what he said was, you have the pastor or the minister, the reverend, and the reverend is the ferryman, right? These people get on the ferry and they want to go from this point across the river to reach their destination, to get to the promised land, right? And what happens is the people on the ferry get attached to the ferry and they think that's it. And the ferryman is afraid to let go. And so he has them convinced that this is where you want to be, in the church, on the ferry with the ferryman, and you never get off and get to your destination so that the ferryman can go and get new people and ferry them across, right? Your job as minister, as teacher, as preacher, whatever, guru, is to ferry people across, to get them from point A to point B. But it's like, well, what if I let them off and no one else gets on? Because this is a great way to make a living, right? If I keep them here, then they're always, we're in a perpetual cycle, and they're funding my lifestyle and making sure I have lights and food and water and nice clothes and everything else, right? Right, we attach to the message, we attach to these books, and we forget all about the experience. We forget all about the teaching or what they're trying to convey, right? And an example of that, to get back to martial arts, the Tai Chi classics, right? So I want to read to you guys Taijiquan Jing, the power of Tai Chi is basically what this means. And it's attributed to Zhang Sanfeng, right? The Wudang, the person who founded the Wudang clan, the Wudang temple, right? The Taoist immortal who started Tai Chi and all these internal martial arts, right? So he writes, whenever one moves, the entire body must be light and lively and must above all be connected throughout. The chi should be excited, the spirit should be gathered within. Let there be no hollows or projections. Let there be no stops and starts. Its root is in the feet. It's issuing from the legs. It's control from the yao. And it's shaping in the fingers. From the feet to the legs and then the yao. There must always be completely one chi. Only then in moving forward and backward can the opportunity and position be gained. Where the opportunity and position have not been gained, the body is scattered and disordered. This error must be sought in the yao and the legs. Upward, downward, forward, backward, left and right are all thus. In all these cases, it is yi and not from externalities. There is up and therefore there is down. There is forward and therefore there is backward. There is left and therefore there is right. If one intends to move upward, then send the yi downward. If one wants to lift something up, and then a break must be added. In this way, the opponent will sever his own root, ruining him quickly, no doubt about it. Empty and full should be divided clearly. Each point in your body in this way has empty and full. Every point always is empty and full. The whole body and every joint is strung together. Do not let it be even the slightest bit broken. Long boxing is like the long river and the great sea, an unceasing torrent. The 13 postures, ward off, roll back, push, press, pull, split, elbow, and shoulder are the 8 trigrams. Stepping forward, stepping back, looking left, looking right, and central equilibrium are the 5 phases. Ward off, roll back, push and press are Kan, Li, Jin, Dui. These are the 4 cardinal directions. Pull, split, elbow, and shoulder are Qian, Kun, Jin, and Sun, which are the 4 oblique directions. Stepping forward, stepping back, looking left, looking right, and the central equilibrium are metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. Together then, these are the 13 postures. An original note states, this is the treatise left by founder Zhang Sanfeng of Wudang Mountain. He desired that the outstanding men of the world lengthen their lives and not just take these as trivial techniques. Right? So the little side note is that Zhang Sanfeng was hoping that people would read this treatise and use the teachings to become a Taoist immortal, right? To lengthen their lives, to improve their health, to train on the earth level, the man level, and eventually the heaven level, right? Earth, man, heaven. Jing, Qi, Shin, right? And it was meant to be a method of self-cultivation, right? Spiritual cultivation, cultivation of the body, of the mind, and then the spirit, the Shin, right? And so the thing is that now, like, Tai Chi people read these things and they look at every word, right? There should be no stop and start. I've had people clap at me on YouTube when they see my videos and oh, you're stopping and starting. You shouldn't do that. That's bad. That's not the Tai Chi principles, right? And what is important is understanding it in your body, not we're going to argue and split hairs over words, right? Because I had lunch with somebody. He was a scientist and he plays Tai Chi, right? And people, they downplay when I say, oh, you play Tai Chi. You're a Tai Chi player. And it's, oh, he says play Tai Chi because it's a game. It's not real fighting. That's fine and dandy. This guy plays Tai Chi. He's not a master, but he's the best Tai Chi person that I've ever touched. Tai Chi person now. I'm not talking about Ili Chin or other internal arts. Just strictly Tai Chi. He's the best person I've touched. And what he said was, all these people, they argue over the Tai Chi classics. A lot of them are reading poor translations and they don't understand. And I'm going to show you what a lot of this stuff is in the Tai Chi classics. And it wasn't, oh, Prince, now let's get out your highlighter and get your notebook and let's go through your translation. And since I'm Chinese and I travel to China regularly to test my skill against other high-level Tai Chi people who are mostly hermits that no one's ever heard of and you'll never see on YouTube, since that's the gold standard, right? You have to fight in the UFC and have videos on YouTube to be authentic, to be legit, right? But people who are busy doing the work don't have time to that, and YouTube is blocked in China, is banned in China, doesn't exist, but you won't find them on Youko or whatever the Chinese YouTube is. I don't know how to say it, but you won't see, because they're poor and all they do is sleep in huts and eat, sleep. People buy them food and they train all day. And like, I mean, that's the society, right? People want to be a patron. They want to say, this master, I participated in some way, shape, or form in them evolving and transcending, you know, what ordinary people can do. That's a big difference from Western culture. We're not going to do that over here because we're competitive. I want to be the best and you might be better at something, so I'm going to find a way to bring you down, right? It's not just black people that are crabs in a bucket. That's the Western mentality, right? We're always trying to bring each other down. I mean, I do it. We all do it. Hell, I mean, it's ingrained in us, right? And that's just the way it is, right? That's who we are, and you know, just accept it and move on. But my point is that this guy showed me this stuff with his body. He showed it with me. Put your hands on me. Let's touch. Let's train, right? Let's. I was about to say let's spin, but spinning hands is Ili Chin. Let's do push hands. Touch me. Try whatever you want on me, and I'm gonna show you that you have nothing, right? And I'm going to demonstrate these different things that the Tai Chi classics talk about that everyone's arguing about because they're attached to the words. They're putting their value in the book and not the message that the book is trying to convey, that, hey, here's these instructions, go do this. And when you have experienced it, you will understand these instructions on a deeper level and be able to move to the next step, the next phase in your training, in your development, right? So, big takeaway, you know, I have these videos and I'm talking about Tai Chi and Pung energy, and actually what everything that, like, all this Pung stuff I've been talking about, I just literally read this off to you. All the Tai Chi energies. Ward off is Pung. Roll back, what is it? Pung, Li, Ji, An, Ka. Ward off, roll back, push, press, pull, split, elbow, shoulder, right? You got shoulder stroke. Elbow, right, is, I think, bump. Either this is bump or this is, I don't remember, right? You got pluck, which I think is split, right? I literally just told you guys the Tai Chi energies. They're right here. That's the name of Taijiquan Jing, Tai Chi Energies. That's literally what I just read to you guys, right? So I'm not making this stuff up. It's all right there in the book. And you can read the book if you want to, but it doesn't matter until you can do it, until you can feel it, right? So this is just their instructions, right? People, what are the basic instructions before leaving Earth is the Bible, right? Bullshit. Bible actually means ta biblia, the books, right? Is what Bible actually means. The books, plural, right? The Tai Chi classics, the Tai Chi Bible, the books that give you instruction on the principles that govern Tai Chi so that you can go and then learn how to move harmoniously, right? And it all starts with the mind is really what he's saying is the yi, where I was using that word intention. It all starts with the mind, and then the body has to come in line with the mind, right? When those two sync up, then that's when you can start to have harmonious movement, and that's when you can move on to making this a spiritual practice. And is it just in Tai Chi? No, you can do it. You can train it in karate and jujitsu, whatever. Harmonious movement is harmonious movement once you understand the principles and how to align your body with those principles, right? But knowing the principles and doing them, it's like Morpheus said in the Matrix, you know, knowing the path and walking the path are not the same thing. I can tell you about the path, but until you actually walk it, right? You know about it, but you don't know it until you're actually walking. And so that's really all I got to say on this one. I hope I dropped some knowledge on you guys. You can check out this translation of the Tai Chi Classics by Barbara Davis. Check out The Tao by Mark Forstater. Those books will probably be, I'm probably not gonna put them up tonight because I'm tired. I'm getting ready to go. I'm gonna upload this video, go to bed. But they'll be in the Urban Acolyte Amazon page. I think that's like amazon.com/Urban Acolyte TV or something like that. I don't remember. There'll be a link down in the video description. So, you know, if you want to go look for it yourself, you can do that. If you want to support the channel, my various channels, you know, you can get it through my link. It's all up to you. Anyway, I'm checking out because I'm like hot and sweating and it's humid and I'm thirsty. So that's all I got for this one. Hope this helps you guys with your development. And let me know what you think about what I had to say. And just interesting, just for my own knowledge, what arts do you guys train, right? What styles? If you say, well, I do Tai Chi, what family style of Tai Chi, right? And if you don't know, then well, I don't know how you wouldn't know unless your teacher just hasn't told you. Chances are it's probably Yang style. All right, so what style of martial arts do you guys train? Do you meditate? Do you have a meditation practice? What tradition are you practicing, or are you just making it up as you go? Because if that's the case, you might want to find a teacher, read some books or something, so you're not just out there in the wilds, because you don't want to mess yourself up. But anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing. May the force of others be with you always.